One question that does come up every once in a while is, should I talk to my negative entities? Should I engage with them? I think this is a great question and a great topic for this video. So let's get started. Should I talk to my negative entities? In order for me to answer that question with as much accuracy as I'd like, you first have to answer one of mine. Is your entity a pervasive entity, or does it fall into one of the other categories? If you're unfamiliar with the categories that I use to determine what type of entity you have, if you click here on a link above, you'll be able to check that out on another video that I've created. But in the meantime, I can just ask a few questions to get us close. So first of all, it's important to know, does your entity talk to you very frequently? Do you hear it as loudly as you hear someone speaking to you in the room? Have they been trying to convince you of different things? Have they arrived and told you that they're your guides or that they are angels, that they're there to help, only to then do horrible things to you over time and become really nasty or whatever their disposition is towards you that you do not prefer? If you're saying yes to those questions, and you're in the category of pervasive, and in that case, you definitely have a presence with you that is a conversationalist. And they're going to do whatever they can to trick you into having thoughts or saying things that put you in the lowest vibrational place that they can possibly get you. So, if you're asking, should I talk to entities like that? The general answer is no, because you are giving them your energy. You are giving them your power. Well, they love that, of course, because they're going to use that energy as much as they can. Remember, they are out of place. They are supposed to be, or their natural place is not in this third dimension. It is somewhere completely different in a spiritual world that is very easy for them to exist in. Here in this place, they have to work really hard to stay connected to you, and the best way they can do that is to attach to a low vibrational frequency, which most likely you have, maybe because of them, because of trauma in your life, any number of reasons. So ultimately, what they're trying to do when they talk to you is keep you at as low a vibrational place as they possibly can. The lower they can keep you, the easier it is for them to stay with you. So engaging with them, trying to convince them to leave, or using trickery or any other method that you might want to use to try to talk to them, and as well as trying to say things like, oh, please leave me alone, I would really appreciate it, or I love you dearly, you're so amazing, please leave, any of that stuff. The thing is, they know exactly what you're thinking too. So not only are you speaking to them, but they know your thoughts that back that up. So you can't really trick them, you can't really surprise them, anything like that, because they're right with you. So by engaging with them, you are giving them your energy. So I definitely recommend, especially with the pervasive type, that you do not have that kind of conversation. The other trick to that is, however, is that right now as you listen to me, they're listening to me too. And they're listening to the way that you're processing what I'm saying. So if you are saying to yourself, walking around after this is over, and they're talking to you and you're going, just ignore them, just ignore them, just ignore them, just ignore them, they are still winning because they hear you trying to ignore them and they're going, yeah, we got them. So they're probably even celebrating over this video right now. So there's another level that you have to get to, and that is to say, I'm not interested in talking to them because they're not worth my time. I don't care about them anymore. I don't care what they do. Their presence is not important in my life. Well, and that's not entirely true either, because their presence is very important in your life. They are committed to making your life as miserable as possible so that you can ascend, so that you can progress, so that you can expand, even though it doesn't feel like it. So even to say you don't care about them, that's not entirely true either. It's instead to say, whatever you want to do, okay, because ultimately I know deep down that I'm going to overcome these things. I'm going to learn what I need to learn. I'm going to expand. I'm going to be an amazing being. I already am, but I'm going to be even more amazing as a result of them coming here and bothering me or attacking me. So it's quite a big mindset shift that you need to make to overcome the pervasive entity type. And it isn't necessarily easy, especially if they've been torturing you for a long time. Of course, that's why I have a program to help people like that. And you can find information about that in the link below, in the description below. But ultimately, the other question I have for you to go all the way back is, if you don't have these entities speaking to you all the time, if you are not in the pervasive style of entity, then maybe you don't ever hear them speak at all. Maybe you just feel them. Some people just go to bed and they feel them crawling all over them. Or there are other situations, just if you watch any of my other videos, especially the 17 ways that you can find out whether this is an entity or not, many of those symptoms are not as straightforward or not as obvious that it's a negative entity. Just having brain fog or not being able to sleep very well. There's a number of other symptoms. So in all those cases, then speaking to the entities probably isn't going to make that much of a difference. However, if you are angry at them and you are shouting at them, "Leave me alone!" Well, okay, where are you at there? From a vibrational frequency standpoint, you're very low. You're in anger. That's exactly what they want. So you're providing them the fuel that they need to stay with you. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to get rid of it. Why don't you go away? Still, what is that? That is a fear. That is desperation. That is almost despair. These are areas that you don't want to go into. And so that's why I'm saying, for the most part, don't speak to them, because when you do, it's going to be out of frustration. It's going to be out of anger. It's going to be out of fear. Instead, you want to be in a place of comfort and relaxation, peace, unconditional love. Then, when you speak to them, should you choose to, it's not going to be so desperate for a particular result. The more you want them to leave, the more attached they are, because you are at a lower vibrational state, desperately wanting them to leave. That's not going to help. That's only going to keep them there. There are many effective tools and techniques and approaches to overcoming these entities in all phases, in all types, no matter who you are, where you are in life. These things are overcomable. You are here to do that. You are here to learn the lessons that they provide you so that you can move forward and do amazing things in this life. Your spiritual gifts, if you haven't discovered them yet, you probably will. Your purpose, if you haven't discovered it yet, you probably will, as a direct result of having these negative entities on you. So I hope that this video and many of my other videos have helped you, or will help you if you're just discovering me now. There are many activations throughout the channel that you can find if you watch the different videos and participate. You will receive energy healing that is very powerful. I work with an extra-dimensional collective called the Hathors. They do amazing work, and I'm so grateful to be able to work with them and help you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would love it if you liked and subscribed, and of course, go ahead and leave a comment below. Tell me, what are you experiencing? What's happened when you've talked to your negative entities? Most likely it hasn't gone all that well. Let me know if there's anything that you have discovered that would help other people who watch this video as well. Because you know, people read the comments and they want to hear as much information as they can about this particular subject. I understand that, and that's why I'm here. I love you unconditionally. And I'll see you in the next video.